Kicking off our list of the best ways to win in Fortnite is the no-scope. That is right, the legendary sniper no-scope. It seems the no-scopes are a big deal in just about every multiplayer shooter, and it is no different in Fortnite. In fact, I'd even go as far to say that no-scopes are even more hype in Fortnite than they are in other games because of how rare sniper kills actually are and how much longer the time to kill is and how much more difficult it is to hit a no-scope than it is in games like COD or Battlefield. But there is very little more hype than a good sniper no-scope kill to get that victory royale. At number 9, dancing on your enemy. Everyone loves the emote system in Fortnite that allows you to do a little dance whenever you want. But a common way that people use this emote system is to rub it in their opponent's faces just a little bit. I think we've all seen someone in a lobby that we feel are way worse than us, so instead of going straight for the kill, we do a little dance to alert them of our position and then kill them once they notice us. There's just something so satisfying about killing someone after they spot you, and it's even more satisfying to dance on someone to win a game with everybody watching it. Just be sure that you actually get that kill because there's nothing more embarrassing than choking the dance kill. At number 8, impulsing them into the storm. Ever since the impulse grenades were added to Fortnite Battle Royale, people have used them for some pretty crazy things. We've seen people use them to obstruct enemy positions, we've seen people use them to fire themselves over enemy cover, but one way that people have started using them is to cheese the final kill with the storm. The later the game goes, the stronger the storm gets, all the way till it starts doing insane damage for every second you stand in it. Well, that's when the impulse nades come into play. If you are down to the final enemy and you don't feel like shooting them like a normal person, just toss some nades at them. Just blast them back into the storm and let it do the work for you. Nothing like a good build fight. This one is nice and straightforward. Some of the most intense moments in Fortnite Battle Royale come from when two solid builders face off against each other, constructing ramp after ramp and wall after wall until one person inevitably slips up and gets themselves shot or falls from the heavens. Sometimes a build fight will last 20 to 30 seconds, but then sometimes a couple high-level players will be fighting for upwards of 2 minutes. Build fights are super satisfying to win, and they definitely earn you some new respect from your opponent. We talked about sniping at the beginning of the video. Let's talk about long-range sniping now. Sniping in Fortnite is not easy due to the travel time, the bullet drop, and the amount of bleeding you have to do in order to pick someone off at long range. When you kill someone from long range with a sniper, you know it's because you absolutely read the hell out of them, and there are a few things more satisfying than finishing a game with a massive snipe with the rest of the lobby spectating you. These are pretty rare because of how small the play area usually is later in the game, but when you do get one, you're going to be bragging to your buddies about it for a couple days. Cracking into the top 5, and I want to know in the comment section, what is your favorite way to win in Fortnite? Is it the trap cage, maybe? Trap cages have been a staple of Fortnite Battle Royale ever since the very beginning for when you want to totally humiliate the final enemy. A trap cage is when you chase down an enemy, build a box around them, put damage traps all around them, and then throw a nice little roof on top of it for safety and let them desperately smash at the walls for a couple seconds before they get the blades, and you dance right outside the box. Nothing quite like completely eliminating all the enemy's options and then watching them squirm before they die. At number 4, one word, disco. The Boogie Bomb has been one of the best weapons in multiplayer shooters ever made. Most shooters have concussion grenades or flashbangs. Those are boring. Epic Games decided to put their own spin on the concept and develop a grenade that makes the enemies dance for a few seconds, totally helpless to your gunshots. And nailing someone with a Boogie Bomb is easily one of the best ways to finish off a match of Fortnite. At number 3, they get lost in the storm. What's the best way to win a game of Fortnite, you may ask? Well, how about not even trying to win? I'm sure you've seen it plenty of times or even had it happen to you, where it's down to 2 players and one of them just finds themselves in a sticky situation, resulting in them falling to the storm and the other person winning for just standing still. It's a pretty confusing thing to see, to be honest, because surely if you make it to the final 2, you have to be aware of your surroundings and yet you still get caught by the storm? Thankfully, I've never done this yet. At number 2, they randomly fall and die. This is another very satisfying method of winning for free in Fortnite. While you may have gotten a break by the enemy sticking themselves in the storm, sometimes your final enemy happens to lose their footing during a bad time and they end up flopping on the ground while you get that sweet, sweet win. Perhaps they were trying to build off the top of a cliff and missed the build, or maybe they were just trying to edit their tower and they accidentally fell off. But whatever reason, free wins they're pretty satisfying and funny. And finally, at number 1, impulse off a cliff. Speaking of falling off cliffs for a victory, taking number 1 today is using the impulse grenade to send your final foe flying off a nearby cliff or out of their tower for that victory royale. I will admit, it's extremely impressive when you see someone get impulsed off a cliff, but then react fast enough to build something and save themselves. Have you ever had that happen to you? And there you have it, my friends. Those are 10 of the best ways to win in Fortnite. No matter how you win in Fortnite Battle Royale, it's always going to be super satisfying. That's why the game is so much fun. My name is Chaos. This has been another episode of Gaming Facts by Gameology, and I'll see you guys soon.